Okay, this one is not as scripted as my last video involving Walmart. But this is something that's been on my mind for a while, and I'm going to do it now without a script and totally improv. So if there's some stumbles and staggers, and if I get going a little too fast and you can't understand me, I apologize in advance. But this has to be said. America, shut the fuck up. Oh yeah, you heard me. Shut the fuck up. Shut up about your politics, shut up about your religion, shut up about your causes, and God help you, shut up about being annoyed by anyone who doesn't agree with you. What the hell happened to civility in this country? Seriously, I can't turn on the TV, go online, or open a newspaper without looking at some editorial from somebody who's outraged over something. Okay? You are not your politics. You are not your causes. You are not your TV shows that you like or don't like. What happened to the ability to be able to disagree with someone without anybody jumping down your throat over it? Okay, if it's your boss and you disagree with the company policy, sorry, they have all the right to jump down your throat, especially if you fuck up your job because you didn't follow the policy. Okay, that's something nobody has any control over. But yelling and screaming at somebody just because you don't buy into their political philosophy or their religious philosophy, or even if they don't like the same things you do, is completely and utterly stupid and is one of the biggest problems with this country right now. Oh yeah, I can see many of you are probably getting pissed off right now. You know, the 50 or so who might actually look at this thing. But the simple fact is, I don't care. I care enough about being able to go around and disagree with somebody without getting jumped down my throat for it. Alright? I hate the extreme right. I hate the extreme left. I hate all the friggin' people who want to jam their causes down my throat. And right now it's getting to a point where I'm getting ready to hate the damn Girl Scouts. And I love the Girl Scouts. Tell me anybody who doesn't love Thin Mints. Alright? That may have been amusing to you, but it wasn't a joke. I am so sick and tired of this. And the irony's not lost on me that I'm here ranting and raving about people who jump down your throat because you don't agree with them. Yeah, I get it. I'm a fucking hypocrite. Big deal. I'm a human being. Okay, look. The simple fact remains that politics don't matter. That money doesn't matter. That nothing matters on the cosmic level. We are on an insignificant rock on the edge of a galaxy in a whole vast universe. And despite what everyone may want to think, we are not the center of that universe. Okay? So how about we just stop screaming at each other and try to make things work? America has this huge superiority complex right now. No, not inferiority, superiority. We think we're the best fucking thing since sliced bread on the global stage, and it's not true. We are the youngest official country on the planet. You know what this is like? This is like an 8-year-old trying to lecture a room full of 40-year-olds. And I know this because I was that kid. It's time to start being civil. It's time to stop being so worried about what everyone thinks of our opinions. I've been saying this for years, but I'm going to do it right here, right now. You have the right to say anything that you want. You want to say that Obama is the devil and the world is going to go to hell because he's in office? Fine. If you wanted to say back then that President Bush was the devil and the world was going to hell, fine. If you want to say that it's the youth of today that are ruining everything, or that old people need to be taken out and shot, fine. You can say what you want. You can express your opinion. But don't be surprised if I tell you that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Would you kindly shut up about it? I may be more polite about that. I may get to a point where I may say, just for the sake of civility, I would really prefer not to discuss this issue, thank you. Why? Because I know you have your opinions and you feel strongly about them, and I don't agree. And you're not going to change my mind any more than I'm going to change your mind. So why don't we just calm the hell down, move on to a different topic, agree to disagree, and we can go about our lives and try to be nice. Oh, I know what you're saying. I know there's plenty of people out there who are going right now, well, he's a friggin' left-wing in there. Yes, politically, I stand on the left of center. The left of center. I'm not so far out on the left, I think the government owes me anything, or that I think that, you know, we should all go back and live in the fucking trees and wear pants made of hemp. By the same token, I'm not so far to the right that I think that, you know, basically big business will solve all our world's ills. Everyone on welfare is just cheating, is just a cheating liar and everything else. You know? It's ridiculous, and I'm tired of it. I am so tired of it. Everything is political these days. Everything. Even your religion is political. We got this whole debate going on right now about mandatory birth control and interfering with the rights of things and this, that, and the other. You know what? I don't care. I don't. I use condoms. Big deal. I use condoms on those rare occasions that I have a girlfriend who I have sex with. Guess what? Hasn't happened in 2 years. So, you know what? Doesn't really mean anything to me. And for those who say, well, if you don't care about politics, how can you be cared when it don't whine when it all starts affecting you? Guess what? I've never seen it affecting me on a personal level. Governmental policies, international policies, okay, there may be some residual trickle-down effect, but it's so invisible by the point it gets down to me that I don't care. I'm still broke, I'm still single, I'm still hunting for a place to live on a permanent basis, and I'm still hunting for a job. That won't last longer than that'll last longer than 6 months. Okay? It doesn't matter. Nobody in Capitol Hill cares about you. Nobody in the Vatican cares about you. Nobody in the higher-ups of any religion or any organization that in there cares about you. And nobody at Amnesty International cares about you. Nobody cares about you as a person. These are all organizations committed to working for the largest amount of people. On an individual level, don't give a fuck. They don't. You want to do something? Do it for yourself. Yeah, I'm mandating a big selfish agenda here. Okay, I'm not saying become a selfish asshole, alright? I'm saying take a little time, try to make things a little more pleasant for everybody, and if somebody doesn't agree with you, don't get all up in their face trying to convert the heathens. Okay? I have plenty of friends on the left and the right. I have one friend who seems to be somewhere even more centrist than I am, who's got some interesting viewpoints. I've been following on Facebook. He has some very interesting viewpoints. I don't agree with all those viewpoints, but you know what? I don't argue with him. Because his viewpoints are at least well thought out and not a bunch of rhetoric spewed by MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News. Yeah, all three of them, folks. They're all slanted, and you don't need to be watching any of them. Turn them the fuck off! Glenn Beck is as full of shit as Keith Olbermann and the rest of the crew. They all ought to be rounded up, taken out, and beaten senseless for causing more political divisiveness in this country with their shit and their rhetoric than anything else. They're the fucking terrorists, folks. Christopher Titus was right. These fuckers on the news are the terrorists. They're dividing us, they're making us scared, they're making us afraid of ourselves. What the hell kind of sense does that make? So America, please, I cordially invite you to shut the fuck up about your opinions. You can express your opinions, but use some common fucking sense. You're not going to convert the heathens. You're not going to save the world. So how about when you encounter someone whose viewpoint you don't agree with, you simply take a minute, say, okay, he doesn't agree with me. It's not the end of the fucking world. This whole if you're with us or against us argument, or I'm sorry. This whole if you're not with us, you're against us mentality doesn't work. You want this country to go down the toilet? Keep thinking that everyone who doesn't agree with you is the enemy. Keep thinking that everybody has to march in lockstep in there. And to use everybody's favorite analogy, let's all just be, you know, when we get to the point where no one agrees, when we don't like anyone who agrees with us, let's just kill everybody who doesn't agree with us and invade Poland. We are not the global center of the world. We're not. America is not. We just have the loudest mouth. And everybody hates the guy, the douchebag with the loudest mouth. You can agree or disagree all you want. Comment all you want. You know, like it, hate it, argue with me. I don't care. Because your opinion isn't valid. Because I'm the douche with the video camera. I'm the one recording this. I'm the one posting it. So guess what, folks? You can express your opinion. Just don't expect me to buy into it. Now, I don't want to end this video without providing some sort of solutions, and it's a really simple one. Treat everybody with a little bit of fucking respect. Huh? Like I said, if you disagree with them, fine. Let them disagree with you. Two of my best friends on the planet are hardcore conservatives. And we've gotten into it a couple of times, and most of those times it's been me making a joke that's gone over the line. Have a little respect for other people's opinions. I didn't that day. They called me on it. I apologized. We moved on and went to have a pleasant day. We don't discuss politics because we all know that we don't agree on it. That's fine. And they're the nicest people on the face of the earth. I am proud to count them among my friends, and I look forward to seeing them every year when I go back to Florida. I don't agree with everybody. And I'm tired of being forced to agree with everybody for the sake of civility. So if I ask you that not to discuss the issue, it's not because I don't think the issue is worth discussing, and it's not because I'm trying to be rude. It's because, quite simply, I know that it's going to go nowhere and end up in a huge argument with hurt feelings and a bunch of other things, because unfortunately, it seems like no one can have a civilized debate in this society anymore without somebody taking it personally. It's not personal. Like I said, you are not your opinions, you are not your beliefs, you are not your causes. Respect yourself and have the respect for others. And treat each other with a little civility, for God's sake. Say thank you. Say please. Say, okay, I can understand where you're coming from, but, quite honestly, I don't agree, and, but I can see how much you fervently believe that, and that's fine. I would prefer not to discuss this because I think it's just going to get ugly. You might phrase it a little bit differently than that, because now that I think about it, that's kind of but whatever. It just had to be said, folks. You need to shut the fuck up. Shut up and accept the fact that not everyone's going to agree with you. You don't need to save the world. No one in the higher-ups is going to be impressed by you and say, you're the kind of person we want running things around here. If you believe that strongly about it, go into politics. If you believe that strongly about it, try to start your own charitable organization. If you believe that strongly about it, join the priesthood or the clergy or whatever term you want to use. But stop trying to regulate everyone else's opinions, and stop trying to convert the heathens, and stop trying to make everyone agree with you. It's not going to happen. There are 7 billion people schlepping on this pebble, and quite honestly, we're all not going to have the same opinion. I would be surprised if you can find 6 of them that even agree on the same goddamn pizza toppings. What makes you think on geopolitical social issues we're actually going to get any agreement there? Compromise is not a weakness. Civilized discourse is not a weakness. Bitching and moaning and bashing shoes on the table and screaming that anyone who's not with you is against you is not strength. It's douchebaggery. And yes, I know, I'm screaming into a camera, I'm going to post this on the internet, and where it's going to get lost in the 8 million other rants, and I'm going to get called every name in the book, and you know what? I don't care. America, shut the fuck up, go about your lives, and let's try to make things a little bit better for everybody else. Stop poisoning your kids with your political rhetoric. Stop poisoning the airwaves with all this nonsense. Let's start doing some positive things and stop acting like everyone who isn't with us is against us and there are enemies under every corner. Joseph McCarthy is dead. Let's not resurrect him. I'm done. This is Dubious Khan saying, shut the fuck up and start using your brain.